Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream with Mint Markets today. Let me jump right into the analysis and the market. We had PPI today at 8:30 New York time, and we have moved up a lot so far um, since the 8:30 news and the market open. So let me just get very quickly to what I want to do. I'm not looking for longs here. I don't want to buy in a premium here. We're above the 8:30 open, the midnight open, and the opening range gap. But what I'm seeing, I'm looking for shorts actually. If we see a market structure shift or anything that suggests that we want to go in fact lower. And I'm basically looking for shorts at the very moment. We had a little market structure shift here on the 1 minute, and we had a small little fair value gap here, jumped into that. Let's see if we can break lower, and we have a potential inversion fair value gap forming here. The little structure shift here was not enough confirmation for me so far. So let's check out the checked function right away, and everything real quick today. And so far we respected this fair value gap here. So basically what I'm looking at today, Silver Bullet, is for if we get a short setup. So far market structure is still in place, but if we see a significant market structure shift here, basically a confirmation that we see a turning point here, I will try to find a short trade going short on a fair value gap. And I want to see if we trade through this low here. So far we traded up into this range here, respected this little fair value gap here, and let's see if we go lower here now. And let's see if we have this little inversion fair value gap here, in fact giving us the inversion here, or a setup for inversion. Let's see if we trade through this and back into it. So, and my target here would be here. So basically my target is the sell side liquidity here. So that's what I'm looking for. Let's mark it here. Text, sell side target. And so far, it's not a clear market structure shift yet, in my opinion. It is in the areas I want to see, but so far it's still a little bit lethargic here. Didn't give me enough confirmation yet to enter the trade, but I will definitely prepare myself to be ready in case. Okay, now we broke the structure here. Let's see if we can touch this inversion fair value gap once again. Now we have a significant structure shift in my opinion. Not on a closing basis yet, but in the making. Didn't touch my inversion fair value gap, unfortunately. Wanted to go short right now here. Didn't give me my trade entry, and it runs. Alright. Looks like I might miss it if it doesn't give me the setup. However, alright. I'm selling here, my inversion fair value gap here, and I'm putting my stop loss. Can I put it here? Alright. And I will target the sell side liquidity here. Alright. So what I did, I entered in this fair value gap here, assuming that's an inversion fair value gap here. So far, the reaction is not great, but let's see. And I'm watching this fair value gap here as well. So far, it's still choppy. Taking my stop here above the highest fair value gap here, so we really should not come back to this here. So far it's not super clean. doesn't look very well, very nice here. That doesn't look good so far. Maybe I was a little bit too quick probably with my trade. Since I don't like the reaction very much, I will probably reduce some risk here. So just reduced some risk here because I did not like the reaction here, so I don't want to take the full stop out. I reduced the position here. Since the reaction here is still okay, but it's too choppy for me in here. I wanted to see a quick reaction of this inversion fair value gap here. It traded all the way back up, so that's not ideal in my opinion. So I'm okay with taking this small loss here to reduce my overall risk. And let's see if we want to collapse here now and go lower. TT, good morning. Nice to have you back. All right. So it's a little bit choppy for my liking at the moment still, but I have entered a trade on this very specific inversion fair value gap here. It traded through, traded back up, didn't really respect it, went to this higher fair value gap here, went even higher into this one. So looks a little bit choppy to me. However, we have a market structure shift, so it's okay for me right now. I can live with that, and I will stick with the rest of the position here. It should definitely not come back up here, so it needs to drop pretty fast in my opinion now, and it should go back down to the equal. Hi Abdul, welcome back as well. I hope your internet connection is better today. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, internet is essential for trading. All right, so far so good. We have taken this short-term 1-minute high out and this high out. So now, in my opinion, we should need to go lower. We should not come back up this high here. It should really drop from here. It's still very choppy, in my opinion. Safi Ula, welcome. First time seeing you in my stream. Glad you're watching. As you can see, guys, I've already taken a trade, so we are already in the silver bullet time window. We had a 1-minute market structure shift here. We are in a big premium. We have opened and traded up so far only. However, the reaction here is not good. This is very choppy here. It should have, if it wants to go lower, it should have already ran here. I really don't like this 5 times. It took out the low and the high here again. I'll reduce the stop here now to this high here. If it stops me out, I don't care anymore. Then the trade is probably not good. Since we run out this high, we should not run out this high. Otherwise, it's just seek and destroy here on the 1 minute chart, in my opinion. It should drop from here if it wants to drop. Also, we have this fair value gap here, so we had the reaction off here, but it should, if I'm correct with my bias and with my trade, it should run through here quickly. What I mean is this fair value gap here. It should run through this quickly and not finding a lot of resistance here. It's all balanced here already. It's all balanced here, a lot of wicks back and forth. So there is also no reason to come back up, in my opinion. So either we drop here now, or I'm probably wrong, or I mean the day is just shit for trading. What is for 6 month? For what about Bitcoin for 6 month holding? We can check out Bitcoin later, Safi. I'm happy to check out the Bitcoin chart later, but I will do it after this trade. If you don't mind, I want to manage the trade here and stick to the trade as long as it takes. And if my target is hit or I'm stopped out, we can have a quick look at Bitcoin as well. But Bitcoin in general, I think is very consolidating as well here. So 6 months is difficult. I think, as I remember the Bitcoin chart, we have buy side liquidity a lot there, so we could spike up. But it could just be a stop run as well. In my opinion, Bitcoin is a risk on asset. So it's not like some people say it's the new digital gold or it's the safe haven. Like when everything goes to shit, Bitcoin will explode. That's not my opinion so far. I think in every crisis or whenever the market generally went down, Bitcoin went down as well. When stocks went up, Bitcoin went up basically. So it really depends. We have election year, so um, we could see higher prices in stocks and Bitcoin on a sex on till the end of the year. But yeah. Up to, I don't think so. I want to trade today. Even ICT said he's not trading today, lol. Yeah. I don't know. I think ICT, I don't know what he said in his stream today. Um, to be honest, I will watch it. I will watch it later after I finished my stream. I cannot watch his stream at the same time. But yeah, I want to trade as well today. We have very obvious equal highs here. That's a liquidity target in my opinion. And we do have a market structure shift here on the 1 minute and also now on the 3 minute as well. So far it has been choppy, but at the moment now it looks a little bit better. Now it looks like we're dropping here. Listening to me and watching it. Okay, great. uh, let me know if he says something opposite to my to my trade, Abdul. So if ICT says everybody going long now, let me know upfront. I'm not messing with with ICT if he has the opposite opinion. All right, we have We have dropped here. So far, we almost touched the opening range gap here. So far, I think the drop looks good. I will stick to the trade. We might see a little reaction off here, but so far I think my idea is confirmed. We have broken the structure and we made a couple of lower lows, so we have a fair value gap here that I'm watching, and this should ideally see resistance now. I don't want to. I would like to put my stop break even, but so far I don't want to kill the trade early either. It's still choppy. It's still choppy. It's not very nice price action in my opinion. I want to see this fair value gap here respected. Should ideally close below. Close below this fair value gap, make a lower low ideally. So far I see no signs of a reversal yet. What would concern me if we trade through this gap and close above it, that would not what I want to see ideally. And it's still pretty lethargic, not really quick, not really moving. Okay, don't like that too much. That's ugly. Price is ugly today, to be honest. It's really ugly. I mean, look at this. That is ugly. I don't like it. Yeah, we have closed above the fair value gap, not good. I will take one position off. Okay, and I will put the stop almost break even. I don't like the reaction. That's not worth it. It's very balanced. Everything is very balanced here. So in my opinion, it should not come back up all the way. And the trade is not really performing. Now it closed above the fair value gap here. Now it's back below. That is not a sign of clean price action here. It might still go to my target, but that's not confirming a very good trade. In my opinion. All right, very choppy. Oh my god. That is ugly. Ugly as fuck. All right, I'm going to kill that trade. I don't like it. That's not really what I want to trade. Might still go to my target, but that's just ugly. Yeah, I mean, you can see that this 1 minute fair value gap kind of acts as support for now. And there is high resistance, so a run up here is very high resistance in my opinion. Yeah, however, close the trade, Small partial win, little loss at the very beginning. Not ideal, but yeah, who cares? It's actually weird because I thought today is going with a lot of volatility. I thought it's going to be a nice move, probably. It looks cleaner on the 15-minute, but it's ugly on the lower time frame, really ugly. Look how much back and forth there is, and there is no need to come back up here. Like if it wants to go lower, there's literally no need at all to come back up here. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I'm out here. That's not high probability. That's not worth it. I wanna catch nice quick moves. And Abdul, if you listened to ICT's latest streams or mentorship videos, you probably have also heard that um, he's constantly looking at fair value gaps, the mean threshold levels being respected. So that's absolute disrespect here. So that's not a sign that this trade is going to be quick and 100 handles lower. Um, let's actually, Safi, if you're still looking, watching, let me actually have a quick look at Bitcoin because I can't watch S&P right now chopping around. All right. So that's the Bitcoin. You were asking about 6 month. I mean, we made the highest high here. It's pretty choppy. We made lower low, lower 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 low fourth time. We have a lot of buy side liquidity up here. Equal highs, equal highs, equal highs. So, but it's in a consolidation right now, so it's hard to tell the buyers. In my opinion, I think it could run higher, take out all this liquidity here once more. I think these levels here are very, very juicy. So wouldn't surprise me if it goes back up here. All right, ICT is constantly looking for shorts. Thanks, Abdul. Thanks, Abdul, for letting me know. He's on NQ. I mean, I don't know, maybe just NQ is so ugly. Let me check out, we can check out the NQ as well. Thanks for being my spy at ICT stream. It's fascinating how you can watch two streams, Abdul, so I'm impressed. ICT looking still for shorts. Okay. It doesn't look very bearish in my opinion. NQ looks pretty strong so far. Yes, absolutely agree. I trade almost everything. Uh, I don't know what you mean, TT. I'm not trading. I'm basically only trading S&P and Nasdaq, but mostly S&P. I mean, I can probably trade almost every asset class because the concepts are very universal. So I could trade bonds, forex, Bitcoin, doesn't matter. Like I've studied a lot of different assets, and all assets, it basically works in all assets from my experience. So I could trade a lot of assets, I guess, but I'm really try to focus on just the S&P and the Nasdaq. because I really want to excel in one. Yeah, FX too, true. And I really want to excel in one asset class. I want to know the market like the back of my hands. And I feel like for me it's much better if I know one market really well. And if you're intraday or scalping, you can literally find a trade every day in just one market. So there's no need of, yeah, ICT is good for swing as well. I personally not doing swing trades at all. I'm way too impatient. I could not hold a trade overnight. I couldn't sleep having a position open overnight. But sure, you can use these concepts on a daily or a weekly chart, and you could do swing trades here. So absolutely. If you apply his models or his concepts on the daily chart or the weekly chart, everything works there as well. You just have to be very, very patient. That's not my psychology. And Abdul, I 100% agree. Bad day today. It's really so far, it's not a nice trading day. So it's a little bit annoying. I'm live streaming. I want to take nice trades every day or every session. So it's a little bit, it's not ideal if price action is lethargic. But you're right. I'm also not very happy with today's price action so far. Okay. Now we have traded back into this 1 minute inversion fair value gap mark here, and looks we're dropping so far. And also the Nasdaq is dropping. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Maybe we'll find another setup. Maybe price action gets a little bit better here. Let's see if we can, if maybe it loosens up a little bit now, and now it looks like it starts moving. Okay. No entry so far. We've traded. Yeah, like I think even on a bad day, it's good like to just be in front of the charts and study. And I mean, I'm being way much more careful on days like this. So I use less risk. So probably with the next trade, I'm using much less risk, just because I know I can burn. And also I'm really just taking a trade when I'm confident. So. But yeah, I think also like it's a good practice on not perfectly fine days, and as long as you're aware that the day is not good, Like when I lose one or twice on a day where I already think it's bad, I'm not getting back in. So I think it's if you know when to stop, and if you're aware that it's not ideal, then it's fine. You can try. Haven't had a trade so far. We retraced into this 1 minute inversion fair value gap, lost ground, and so far we are dropping nicely here. The but it looks like I don't get an entry anymore now. Probably if I would have stayed in, I'd be still on board. But now I wanted to see if there's a trade entry here, but so far not showing any entry. So we have a fair value gap here, so we can look at that here. Um, I will take very low risk with this one today, with the second one, because I think it's not looking, price action doesn't look very clean. All right. I'm taking another short here in this 1 minute fair value gap. I will put the stop loss above here. So we have traded 1, 2, 3 times into this fair value gap. We should not come back up here. Just very low risk, just to, you know, be on board if it still runs here. Yeah, but again, I think the market is shit. So, and I don't care if I get stopped out with 300 bucks. I really don't. So Nasdaq here 5. It's still not dropping. Like we traded below this low here, but it doesn't look weak, to be honest. It really does not look very weak. It's I mean, look at this. Look at this. That's not beautiful. And this isn't beautiful either. So wouldn't trade today, guys, to be honest. Hands off your live accounts, in my opinion. The trade I'm doing here, I'm not in it live. I have my live account in the background, but this one I'm not taking. Yeah, and it's really, I mean, look at this. We have the mean threshold here is breached, even though if I take the pure fair value gap, it's not nice. It is not nice. Yeah, most likely being stopped out here. And yeah, I guess that's my last trade for today. It's really not worth it. I will close the trade as well. Why did I close the trade? It makes no sense to let myself stop out here. Even if I measure the real 1 minute fair value gap, we have closed this candle at 10.36, has closed above it. So that's not what I want to see at all. So the chances that my trade fails once the candle closes above this fair value gap here is like extraordinary high. So even if I just save 100 bucks, it's better. Um, if I really like to stream every day, I don't mind, you know, like I would be in front of the charts every day anyways. So if I'm not streaming, I would be in front of the charts every day. If my personal life allows it, if nothing like happens, really important happens, I'm in front of the chart. every day during the Silver Bullet New York session. So why not streaming every day? So I don't mind. Of course, the channel would need to grow a little bit more. Like if I stay small like this, then probably I will stop at some point. Um, if the community gets a little bit bigger, then it's also a little bit more fun probably to interact, and if you get a little bit more entertainment, then I probably would continue doing this every day. Um, However, so that's also a reminder for you guys. If you like the streams and if you haven't done so, I would very appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up, or if you're subscribed to the channel if you didn't do so. And I will definitely do it until the end of the year, and then let's see. If there's a lot of people showing up every day and like what I'm doing, I'll probably continue. Of course, there will be some days, I don't know, if I'm on holiday, or if, I don't know, some important happens, something happens with my family or in my private life, I'd probably, I would not stream, but I would let you know, I will let you know on Twitter, or maybe the day before that I'm not streaming tomorrow. All right, and we can see how it came back here. We can see how it came back here, and it would have stopped me out. So it's good. I just took almost 200 bucks. It's not a big deal, and was not the best day today, but also not a big loss. I'm very happy with the trade management. I'm happy that we closed the bad trades early, and maybe it loosens up later, so I will still stay another 20 minutes in the stream, so maybe price action gets better. However, if it doesn't, we will look for setups tomorrow again. And we have tomorrow, if we look at the economic calendar, tomorrow we have high impact news again at 8:30, core PPI. So we might see a lot of volatility again in the morning. So could be an interesting trading day tomorrow. And tomorrow I definitely plan to stream. So if you guys like, join me tomorrow. I'll be there. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Abdul. Thank you for your thoughts. Um, if we don't have a clear market structure, if you have such a fickle price action, just such an ugly price action, we don't want to trade. Or we can try, you can take a setup, but if you get stopped, or if it fails, or if you feel like it doesn't run in your direction, then it's better to just stay on the sideline. I agree with you. It's better to stay out, better to save capital sometimes, um, than to just try to trade every single day, every single fluctuation, and then over time your performance, I think, will be worse than if you just pick your shots, if you wait for the really really good trades, let them run, and yeah, and if you manage to stay out at the bad days, or keep your losses really really low, like I did today, for example, like just like a little scratch, like nothing important. If you manage to keep your losses low on these days, then your overall performance, I think, will be much better than if you trade every day. And I mean, look at this. It's really ugly. Like if I look at it, like if you trade a lot and every day, then you really start not liking this price action. All right, Abdul. Thanks for joining. Uh, See you tomorrow. For everybody still in the stream, I will stay. I will probably not take another trade right now. I will stay, however, will stay in the stream another 15 minutes and see if something uh, forms. I will wait for the full hour macro here. Are you, TT, are you asking if I am in Germany? Or are you saying that you are in Germany? By the way, let me know where you're from, TT. Would be cool to know which place, which country, which place on earth you are watching from. If you're asking where I'm in Austria, so basically Germany. Not, not just kidding. Little country next to Germany. But I do speak German. Oh, California, nice. Nice place. I think at the moment you have a little bit troubles with the fires, if I heard correctly in the media. So I all the best for you down there. I hope you're not uh, you have no issues with any bushfires or anything there. But I've already been to Cali, so I studied in the U.S. In New Orleans, and I studied economy there. Yeah, yeah, there's probably a little data latency. Yeah, you asked me yesterday. I tried to fix it, but it's actually on the highest. So I don't think there is anything I can do to improve the latency. But yeah, but since you might be away, there might be a 30 seconds delay or something. Yeah, yeah, that's unfortunately with the fire. But yeah, I hope everything goes well. And yeah, I'd love to come back to Cali someday. It was beautiful when I visited, and yeah, it's cool to know that people from everywhere over the world are watching, from the US, from the Middle East, from Europe. So it's cool. Trading connects, I guess. All right. We have, as you can see, we have touched the new week opening gap, the new day opening gap here, and we have a strong reaction off from there. So it looks very bullish at the very moment. Um, so the short was probably the wrong bias anyway today. I, I want I wanted to see it go down there with a lot of speed and energy. It didn't do that, and we can see that the reaction from the we can see that Nasdaq made a higher high here, and we can also see that this shaded area here in pink, that's my opening range gap, and we can see that that's pretty much a support here. And now we actually have a market structure shift here on the 5 minute. So a low, a high, a lower low, and a significant market structure shift. So I mean, it's obvious now, but we shifted to bullish. And yeah, we have 10:50 New York time. So the full hour macro starts in 2 minutes. So we will see if we see if we get another setup. Maybe the price action has cleared up a little bit now, and I will see if I find a setup in the next 10 to 15 minutes. And if not, I will close the stream and we'll come back tomorrow. Nasdaq already made a higher high here, and obvious buy side liquidity is here, so I expect that being taken anytime. Whew. I'm telling you guys, in Austria, it's really, really hot at the moment. Probably not only in Cali. I'm sweating at home. It's crazy. I'm glad. Thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. Yeah, your feedback really helps me. It's really motivating, and yeah, helps me to keep going with the streams. And yeah, I'm doing this quite some time now. Like I'm trading almost 5 or 6 years now, and yeah, I think even though if I don't get every trade right, but um, I'm pretty confident with my analysis and with my price action reading skills so far. Yeah, yes, air condition. There is this room air conditioners, the smaller ones. I think they are affordable, like which you just put in your room and put the pipe out of the window. But yeah, I don't have air condition either. Um, it's just a couple of days. He started. I think he's actually around longer than 6 years. Um, I did his paid mentorship, so student. I was a student starting 2016 or 17. I can't recall. Sorry, no, 17. I was a student, I think, starting 17 in his first paid private mentorship group, and he did some free stuff, I think, first as well. Then he did his paid mentorship, and now he's only doing free stuff again. But yeah, he's around quite some times. I think at least 6 years. And I studied his concepts a lot and basically stick to his concepts only almost. I mean, I also did. I was trader in a bank as well. I was a multi-asset trader in an Austrian bank as well. So I also traded basically institutional quote unquote, and but the trading you're doing in banks and you're doing what I studied on university, for example, it's so totally different, and I think it's not totally wrong, from a fundamental perspective, but it's so far off from the market what we can see and do with ICT's concept. So I think his concepts are so much closer to the real market and so much more superior than everything else I've studied, or everything else uh, I've seen in the bank, and I saw when I worked at the bank, I saw what the guys are doing there and thought like, oh, they have basically no idea. They don't know what I know with the concepts. And then I quit at some point and started trading full time because, all right, two leg pullback style. I don't know these concepts. I mean, I haven't studied them. I mean, there's so many trading concepts, but I really think ICT concepts, smart money concepts are the shit and are as close as it gets to perfection in the market. But he has so many things and so many concepts, so it's really easy to get distracted. And it's also not so easy. You have to really like study and apply them for quite some time. You cannot like watch a video and be profitable next week. But I think if you stick to it, if you like do it seriously, if you stick to one model, um, his concepts are amazing. And there is so much things on my personal recommendation. Uh, Watching ICT is really like keep it simple. Pick one model you like pick one PD array, pick one model you like, and keep it simple. Take a couple of concepts or things together to a trading plan which you like, and leave out everything of the rest. Do not try to implement all of his concepts. It, I think the more you try to implement, the worse the performance gets. So if you have a couple of things uh, stuck together to a trading plan, then just go with it and stick with it. Hello, Fachola. I hope I pronounced it right. Yeah, since there is, what do I think about XAU US dollar? I have two opinions. Um, I think gold is really strong, also from a fundamental perspective. Let's check it out real quickly. I mean, you probably know it if when you followed XAU. Um, we are on all-time highs, and I think with all the gold is very fundamentally driven as well. Um, it's always hard to predict a market that's already that's basically on all-time highs. But I think we see more upside on gold. So I don't think this is the highest high and we will collapse from here. So my personal opinion is that we can see higher prices still in gold. So I'm basically bullish on gold. And also from a fundamental perspective, we have with all the wars going on, with all the inflation going on in the world, with all this, with all the dollar uh, being depegged, not depegged, but with basically the OPEC challenging the petrodollar system in the US. China is buying a lot of gold. China is buying a shit ton of gold. Um, and in the end, currencies are not worth the paper they're printed on. So the only thing that holds their value is like real assets, which is like gold, real estate, and stuff like this. So yeah, with all short to the point, I think gold has potential to still rise. Yes, Abdul, I'm still here. I probably I answered some question. I also wanted to stick around with until the full hour is closed. I want to see if there is another setup forming for the full hour macro from 10:50 to 11:10. Um, yeah, I'm not taking I'm most likely not taking any further trade here, I think. but maybe we can still analyze something, or if I see a perfect trade setup, I might still jump in since I haven't risked a lot here. We have taken out now the daily high a second time here. We are at the full hour almost. So we are in the macro window. We have a divergence here. If we check out the highest high, we have a divergence so far. Oh no, we don't have a divergence. Sorry for that. We made a higher high on the S&P, and we made a higher high on the Nasdaq. Yeah. Even if you're not taking a trade up to it can be still, in my opinion, it can still be beneficial to just like be in front of the chart, study price, and do tape reading, or still looking for setups. I think the more practice, the better. So just because I'm not taking any trade, uh, doesn't mean I need to turn off the charts right away. Yep, it's a SMT divergent for sell side. Yeah, just corrected that actually, Abdul. I think it's not an SMT divergence for sell side because we have a higher high in the S&P and we have a higher high in the Nasdaq, so they are equal. So there is no divergence here, in my opinion. I thought it initially as well, but if you look at the 5-minute chart here and at the 5-minute chart here, they are actually in sync so far. I don't want to go long here. So the only thing I would consider a trade here would be a sell. I'm not going to buy in such a premium, we're above the opening range gap, above the 8:30 open, above the morning session, above the midnight open here. So we're so much in a premium here already. So, I mean, look at the daily candle. So I'm definitely not going to take a long here and chasing price. So the only thing I would be interested in is taking a short here. So we have taken out the 15-minute high again here. So if we would see a really strong and obvious market structure shift here on the lower time frame on the 5, 3, 2, 1 minute, I'd probably consider a short here, but otherwise I would not touch it today anymore. Now we can look for sell side after 3 candle confirmation. Up to is saying slightly above the last high SPX. Uh, yeah, I mean, I would be more conservative here. I would not sell here into a 3 candle formation. I think you're talking about a swing high here up to. I wouldn't sell any swing high here. Um, uh, I personally, it's just my personal opinion. Um, I would wait for obvious market structure shift where we really have a high, a low, a high, a high, and that being broken here because it has been too bullish today and it showed no signs of a reversal so far. So for me, it would be a little bit too risky to just sell a 3 candle formation as a swing high here without a significant market structure shift. But that's just my personality and my style. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree, Abdul. I think from here, a turtle soup sell would be too risky without any other confirmation. So I wouldn't just sell in here. That would be too risky for myself. since we have no divergence here, and since we have no market structure shift, and it could still go higher. Who knows how high it wants to go in this session, but we cannot buy it. In my opinion, we cannot buy at this premium, so it's not worth it trying to take the last 5 or 10 handles out of the market, and then at some point it collapses. Yeah, yeah, of course. If you want to trade anyways, you will always find a reason to get into a trade. Um, but yeah, the guys who just try to go into trades all the time probably don't have the best result in the end, because they will probably also hit a lot of losses. Yes, I agree. Not for us. We are not we're not gambling here. We're taking high probability trade setups with a probability of, I don't know, let's say 70% at least. And we're not taking 50-50 trades. All right. I think I will close it here now. I will stay 5 minutes more longer, 5 minutes more, but I think I'm about to close it. There's nothing really interesting for me right now, not a real short trade setup. And yeah, would be cool if you give me a thumbs up if you like the stream, and if you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And I will be back tomorrow. We have core CPI, so probably going to be a volatile day tomorrow again. I will definitely doing another live stream tomorrow from 10 to 11 New York AM time. So would be glad if you join me again tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing I can identify as a high probability trade setup at the very moment. We have a fair value gap. We have a fair value gap here on the 1 minute chart, so we can observe if that fair value gap stays strong. So we can see if that's being broken, and we might see a trade lower soon. And yeah. You guys are very welcome. Even though we didn't get an amazing trade today, I hope you still liked the stream and the analysis, and we will be back tomorrow. And I appreciate it. It's nice to see that you like it. I am not with a prop firm. I have my own capital. I'm trading with my own money in my live accounts. I do nothing with prop firms so far. There was no need for me. I using my saved up money. Gives me a little bit more freedom. But yeah, maybe at some point, just for fun, maybe at some point I will do a prop firm challenge as well. a couple of friends already advised me. They said like, come on, you need to do prop firm challenges and stream them, blah blah. um, yeah, maybe at some point if I feel like I will do it, but so far they I don't know, they were a little bit too suspect for me. Like I heard some people say like, oh, everything is fine, they're serious and stuff like this, but I heard also the opposite side. Oh, they're not paying you, they're giving you issues. So I don't know, I'm a little bit skeptic with prop firms. Um, yeah, that's why I stick with my own money. But if you are you I know Abdul is trading with a prop firm. Are you trading with a prop firm as well, TT? All right. You trade your own small account on MES. All right. Yeah, same. I trade my own accounts, and yeah. Thanks for the feedback. I know that Abdul is trading a small prop account. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I know a couple of people who do prop trading, and I think if you don't want to risk your own money, or if you don't have not saved up enough, I think it's a good opportunity. So if you want to trade a lot of capital which you haven't saved up yet, why not? Why not? If you can pass the challenge, I think it's very legit to do so. All right, now we have traded below this low here, so we have a market structure shift here on a 1 minute, just a very shallow one. I'm not convinced by that. We have also not closed below. We traded through this low here and just wicked up again. So that's not convincing for me, not convincing enough for me. And I think therefore that's it. I will close the stream now. I wish you all the best. I wish you a nice rest of the day wherever you are. A nice day in Cali, a nice day um, wherever you are. And yeah, that's it. I will be personally probably trading the afternoon session, but I will not stream it. I wish you all the best and see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good one.